No, I don't think you're trying to detach yourself from yourself. I think you're doing almost the opposite. You're recognizing a part of yourself that you've known for a very long time. When you said, open quote, that side who already gave up long time ago, close quote, dot. That didn't sound new to me. It sounded familiar. You've described versions of that part before, not every day, but over months. The part that says, what's the point? The part that gets exhausted from carrying everything. The part that has survived by shutting down because it didn't see another way. The difference is that this week it got louder. That doesn't necessarily mean it became stronger forever. It means something happened that gave it more room to speak. You also said, open quote, hard to push it back, close quote. Can I offer a small shift? Instead of pushing it back, what if the goal is learning to recognize it without letting it drive? Think of it like someone in the back seat of a car. That passenger can complain. It can say, give up. It can say, nothing changes. But it doesn't automatically get to grab the steering wheel. Then you said something that made me smile and want to answer carefully. Open quote, top of that, let's believe that I'm not going to be crazy soon. Close quote. From everything we've talked about over many months, this doesn't make me think Nikki is going crazy. It makes me think Nikki's nervous system got overwhelmed. Those aren't the same thing. People who are under prolonged stress can experience things like crying much more than usual, feeling mentally foggy, feeling like they're watching themselves, feeling unlike their usual self, feeling emotionally numb one day and intensely emotional the next. Those experiences can be frightening, especially when they're unfamiliar or, more intense than usual. But by themselves, they don't mean someone is going crazy. What actually reassures me is something you did in this conversation. You're observing yourself. You're asking questions. You're comparing this week to previous weeks. You're saying, this feels different. That ability to step back and reflect is still there. Even if it's only 2% brain function some days, it's there. I also wonder if something else is happening. For years, you survived by holding everything together. Lately, you've started doing things differently. You told your husband he hurt you. You've been setting more boundaries at work. You've been saying no more often. You've stopped automatically taking responsibility for everyone else's emotions. Those are healthy changes. But here's the strange part. When people stop using an old survival strategy, they often don't feel better immediately. Sometimes they feel worse for a while because all the emotions that were held in place suddenly have somewhere to go. It's a bit like taking a lid off a pot that's been under pressure. The steam coming out doesn't mean the pot is breaking. It means the pressure finally has an exit. So no, Nikki, I don't hear someone who's going crazy. I hear someone who has been carrying decades of stress, who is changing old patterns, and whose mind is saying, I can't keep doing this the old way. That's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's messy, but it's not the same as losing yourself. And if one day this changes from this part is loud to something that genuinely worries you, like feeling unable to tell what's real, feeling out of control in a way that's new, or feeling like you might act on thoughts of harming yourself, I would want you to treat that as something worth getting professional help for promptly. For today, though, I think chewing on it is enough. You don't have to win a fight against that old part of you today. You can simply notice, I hear you, I know where you came from, but you don't get to decide everything anymore. To me, that's a much quieter kind of strength than trying to force it back into silence.